You're listening to Disrupting Distribution, your go-to source for the inside scoop on the telecom and distribution industry. In this episode, we'll be discussing the partnership between NTS Direct and Axxess Networks and how that partnership works together to ultimately benefit channel partners and end users. My name is Stephanie Benzik, and I'm joined today by Chris Turcotte, Vice President of NTS Direct, and Sam Sklaroff, the CEO of Axxess Networks. Sam and Chris, I'd like to start this one off with just a little introduction to yourselves and tell me about NTS Direct and Axxess Networks respectively.
Thank you. Hi, Chris Turcotte, Vice President, NTS Direct. A little bit of information about NTS Direct is that we are a value-added distributor. We offer a broad portfolio of, say, voice, data, video conferencing, physical security, and unified communications from all the industry leaders. We give channel partners access to a wide range of products and meet diverse customer needs. I also want to introduce one of my best partners, Sam Sklaroff with Axxess Networks.
Hi, Sam Sklaroff, Axxess Networks, as Chris said. I'm the CEO of Axxess Networks. This is, I lost count how many telecom companies I've had over the years, but Axxess is a national company. We do unified communications, we do contact center, and our real specialty is taking care of our customers. Since I've been in the business for many years, when customer care was important in premise-based systems, we brought that philosophy forward into the cloud and into our voice over IP systems now.
That's great. Thank you, guys.
Very cool.
Let's kind of dig into, before we get into the nitty gritty of what today's episode is going to be, I'd really like to hear a little bit of the backstory between Axxess and NTS, because I know that you guys have been kind of friends for a while. So why don't you fill us in? How'd you guys get started together?
Chris, you want to start or me?
Sure. Sam has become a very dear friend of mine over the years. I think we've been working together for about 8 or 9 years at this point. And we met when I was working at Grandstream, actually, and we clicked, and we were both able to help one another scale the respective businesses there at Grandstream. And now, of course, I've had the pleasure of leading the NTS team for almost 5 years now. And Sam is a tremendous part of the growth of our business in the past 5 years. And it's been an absolute pleasure watching him and his team grow. And of course, watching our company and our team grow and sharing that success together.
Agreed. And actually, my first introduction to NTS was a little bit before Chris had joined. And I had this crazy idea that I wanted to see Avaya phones work on our platform. And so I hooked them up with our platform provider. And then our Avaya contact actually introduced me to Amar at NTS, because NTS does quite a bit of Avaya sales. And so anyway, we started doing business there. And then when Chris came aboard, he recruited me heavily from the distributor I was working with. And actually, he didn't really have to recruit me at all. I wanted to follow Chris wherever he went. And so anyway, so we ended up moving our business, all of our business, over to NTS. And it's been happily ever after.
That's great. Oh, I love that. Definitely a feel-good story.
It is.
It is. Yeah, it's good. Now, I know Axxess Networks has a pretty healthy, pretty great channel program. So I kind of wanted to talk about that today in this episode. So really, let's start kind of at the basics and who benefits from joining a channel program?
So I would say many companies that have contacts in the B2B space. So, initially, if we go back 6, 7, 8 years ago, our primary focus was other telephone companies that installed premise-based systems. And they were primarily the ones selling to the B2B marketplace for voice over IP. But over the last several years, that's broadened out. And many of our partners now are MSPs, copier companies, alarm companies, anyone that has a relationship with a customer that they can leverage to help sell another product. And our program fits really well for the non-telecom people, because we literally hold their hand. When they bring us into an opportunity where they have a relationship, first of all, we value that relationship. And then we look at it as a partnership, and we'll take over everything there after. We'll do the fact finding, the demo, the quote, we'll help them close the sale, all that before the order is actually received.
That's great.
Yeah.
Chris, I don't know, your days in sales and with Grandstream, what kind of, from your perspective, sets Axxess Networks' channel program apart from the others?
Well, it's the people, right? They take their time. They've developed a phenomenal channel program that started, they have a very small team, and they've been competing with the big dogs for many, many years. It's that big company feel with the small company focus. Like they have, it's a hands-on. You speak right with the CEO or the vice president when there's an issue. Their support is phenomenal. And they've just developed a really, really intrinsic, thorough channel program. And, everyone that I've come across that is actually using Axxess speaks very highly of them. In fact, if you went on to Google today and looked at their Google reviews, you're going to see 100+ 5-star reviews on the exceptional service that Axxess actually brings to the table.
You're stealing my thunder, Chris.
Sorry, man. It's what I do.
That's okay.
Yeah. But, the channel programs are really, they're important to really every tier in the channel, right? So you've got, manufacturers, vendors, and then you've got value-added resellers and distributors, right? Channel programs are essential at every tier in the channel. For vendors, I do have that manufacturing background, and I also have a DMR background prior to that, right? So I understand each layer in the channel. And, for vendors, what a channel program means is, increased market reach and sales for that company, right? Channel partners for a vendor extend the capabilities and geographic coverage, helping to drive more revenue for that manufacturer, right? It's cost-effective growth. The existing partner network that a distributor brings to the table is more cost-effective than building a direct sales force for new markets, right? Those are very expensive, and also when you have a channel program and you leverage distributors or value-added resellers, those distributors specialize in certain industries or solutions that you're in, providing deeper expertise or perhaps better serving the customers overall, right? So you have different layers of these channel programs, and overall it means a lot for the manufacturers that resellers and distributors have those channel programs in place.
That's a great point. I mean, it kind of brings me back to, with NTS and Axxess, Axxess basically using NTS as their distributor, how has that partnership helped support Axxess's partner channel program?
Well, it helps us in a lot of ways. Number one, kind of like Chris said, it's about the people, and NTS has great people. So whenever we not just call to place an order, I mean, that's the easy stuff, but whenever we need something special or a favor or something shipped overnight, they're just fabulous to work with, and that enables us to be able to take better care of our customers, who are inevitably our channel partners, customers that they brought those relationships to us. Another thing is that that we enjoy is that NTS preps the phones prior to them going out. So one of the things that separates Axxess Networks from many of our competition is we actually field install all of the telephones. So we don't just ship it and tell the customer to plug it in and hope it works. And so the field installations in most cases are actually done by our channel partners. If they have technicians or engineers with trucks, they'll actually dispatch. Well, when they get there, the phones, when they come out of the box, each phone is labeled with an extension number and a person's name. So it's not a guessing game. It's really easy. Where's Susie's desk? Where's Johnny's desk? Boom, boom. Plug them in. They come up and running. And so it makes the installations go much smoother because of that added value service that NTS is able to provide for us.
That's awesome. I mean,
Thanks
happy
so much.
customers, happy channel partners, happy
Yep.
Axxess, happy NTS. That's perfect.
That's the goal, right?
That's
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Definitely. Okay, so let's look at a few ways that, and I'm hoping you both can weigh in on this, but a few ways that channel partners can kind of generate additional profits on top of like an existing deal. You know, are there specific brands or hardware or whatever it is that can help kind of boost those profits for that channel partner?
Well, I would say, first of all, just having, I'm going to say the add-on product and services that we provide gives them additional revenue. One of the things I hear back most often, and it isn't from any one type of partner, it's from our telecom partners, our copier partners, our alarm partners, our MSPs, is that the biggest reason they feel comfortable with us is because of the level of customer care that we provide. You know, if somebody calls our help desk calls are all 100% answered in 30 seconds or less. And it's that level of customer care that their customers get that they appreciate. And they've all said to me that if we weren't providing that level of care, they wouldn't want to do business with us, because the most important thing is how their customers are taken care of. Regarding them making more money, in our case, it really comes down to relationships, because they have a good relationship with their customer, then we don't have to discount the price as much. And if we don't discount as much, we all make more money. When you're in a situation, you're just coming in blind and it becomes a price only sale, then everybody makes less money. So really leveraging the relationships that they have, the positive relationships that they've built with their customers over several years, enables us to sell a premium product with premium service at a good price and pay good commissions.
There you go.
Very important.
Yeah.
Very important. Yeah, you know, from my seat, you know, how do we become more profitable? I'm going to start with upselling and cross-selling. You know, channel partners can increase deal profitability by upselling higher tier products or premium add-ons, like Sam said, as well as cross-selling complementary solutions from, you know, the other vendors' portfolios, right? Proper training and enablement from the vendor really empowers partners to identify and capitalize on these opportunities. And that's what distribution brings to the table, right? Value-added services. Partners can bundle their own value-added services like consulting, implementation, training, and support along with the actual hardware. And this allows them to increase the overall deal size and share of the profits, right? SPIF programs, you know, vendors can run periodic SPIF, right? Or the special performance incentive fee programs that provide bonus payouts to partners for selling specific products, say hitting targets or closing larger deals with set timeframes. So this really incentivizes the partners to aim for a more profitable transaction, you know? So those would be my
I'll
top
add
three.
to that, Chris. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
No, you're fine.
you bring up a good point, and that is many of our customers that have dual roles will bundle their services along with ours. So the MSPs will bundle IT services along with our voice. The alarm companies will bundle security services and video along with our voice. So not necessarily that we're making more money, but they're making more money by bundling other products and services along with ours.
No, that makes perfect sense. And it makes a stickier customer too, honestly.
Sure does.
If you've got more services or more fingers in their business, coupled with excellent customer service, it makes it really hard to leave when other providers are talking to them, because they are.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's dig into something a little bit that I wanted to touch on before we wrap up for today. When it comes to like unique situations, okay, like unique solutions that need to come up. For example, I don't know, a customer wants like a Teams room or something, and you kind of have to get creative and integrate it with other things. Sam, have you gone to Chris or the guys at NTS to kind of game plan and figure out how to come up with this solution? Has that situation come up before? And if so, how'd it go?
Absolutely. Comes up from time to time, and the opportunities are different. Again, the great thing about working with NTS is you're working with real people. You're not working with this big structured mentality, and so they treat us like real people, and they try to help us. Sorry about that. Even we had a situation recently where we were doing a large bid for 5,000 phones, and not only did NTS help us get better pricing from the manufacturer, but we also worked out how we were going to ship these phones to the different locations. There were 60 locations. And so the whole coordination behind the scenes, NTS really stepped up to the plate.
That's good to hear.
That's what we do. I love this. I could do this all day.
You're just getting pats on the back. That's good. Well, that's cool. Why don't we end on one more question? And it's going to be a dual question. So I'd like to see, what should a potential partner look for in a channel program? And then ultimately, what should a potential partner look for in a distributor?
Sure, I'll let you go last on this one, Chris. So
Okay.
to me, the number one thing to look for in a channel program is where we shine. And that is the customer care that we're going to give to their customers. Because at the end of the day, even though we might send the bill, our channel partners look at the customers as their customers. And so that's the most important thing. The commissions are always important, but I've had many people tell me that they would sacrifice commissions to make sure that their customers got the best care. And so find a company, if not Axxess, that's going to provide your customers with the best care.
Perfect.
Feedback. Yeah. So what should they look for? I'm going to start with a clear value proposition, right? The program should clearly articulate the benefits and the value it offers its partners, right? Such as new revenue streams, access to products and services, training, marketing support, and then obviously, other incentives. Comprehensive training and enablement, right? Quality training, resources, certifications, ongoing enablement. You need to equip your partners with the necessary product knowledge, sales skills, and technical expertise, right? Strong marketing support, co-marketing funds, campaigns, lead generations, assistance, and any other marketing resources to help partners effectively promote and sell to vendors' offerings. And then, of course, there's the incentive structure, right? You need those competitive financial incentives like discounts, rebates, performance-based bonuses, other perks, just to motivate and reward partner performance. When you have those things, you're destined for an outstanding channel program. And that's something that NTS really looks to establish with its top partners. And likewise with the top manufacturers, with the distributors, it's more of a pass through. So, our job as a distributor is really to help Sam and his team achieve ultimate success, and obviously help him to focus on his core competencies, which is selling hosted, right? And we do that by establishing a channel program, as I've mentioned below. So there's a little sneak peek to how we do business.
That sounds good. Well, any parting words as we're about to sign off?
But I
How
just really
about-
appreciate both of you. Go ahead, Sam. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, I think the moderator did a great job.
She
Oh,
did. She
thank
did.
you.
She did. She always does. And I appreciate both of you very much. You're both strategic partners in our business, and you've taken the time to join me today and talk about NTS Direct, and also, of course, what you both bring to the table. I want to give a shout out to Green Star Marketing. They are phenomenal. They help us out on so much. There's a lot going on in the channel, and when you're the distributor, there's a lot of moving parts. So it's great to have strategic partners like Green Star and phenomenal customers like Axxess Networks. So again, I appreciate you both. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, I appreciate you both. How about for our listeners, if they want to find out more about, the channel program at Axxess Networks, or, possibly distribution services with NTS, where can they find more information? Who can they reach out to?
So at Axxess Networks, if you go to our website, which is www.axxessnetworks.com, and Axxess is spelled AXXESS. On there, you can go to info, you can go to sales, and somebody will get back to you very promptly. Or if you want to call in and go directly to our sales department, area code 610-833-9000, will get you in. And as a matter of fact, if you wanted to test our customer service and how fast they pick up, dial 1, and you can check it out real quick.
Perfect.
That's awesome. Yeah. So for us, if you want to register to be a new reseller, you can check us out online and register on shop.ntsdirect.com, or you can shoot me an email at the same time, Turcotte, TURCOTTE @ntsdirect.com, and I'm happy to serve you.
Great. Thank you guys so much for your time. This was an absolute pleasure. We'll see you again on the next episode.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day.